I have not long got home. It's about 9 o'clock in the evening and I work at a desk job, by the way, so I have been sat down the whole day. It's from about 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. So as soon as I finished, it would have been so easy for me to just chill for the evening and not do anything. However, I've got some weight to lose and I've got a strong mindset to build at the moment. So I walked to the gym, as you've seen in the clip, and I've just had my post-workout meal and I had 70 grams of Cocoa Pops, 160 mils of unsweetened almond milk and 30 grams of Impact Whey Isolate protein powder, and I have unflavoured. So I'm about to get in the shower, and then when I get out of the shower, I'm going to get my clothes ready in advance for the morning, because as soon as my alarm goes off about 5:45, I'm going for a walk. It doesn't matter what the weather, I'm wrapping up and I'm getting some steps in and I'll wear my watch. So, ooh, Christmas tree. So I will show you tomorrow my food, just basically 24 hours losing weight with me, what I do in the 24 hours. And I like the fact I've started this video in the evening, because typically you see from the morning to the evening, you see the whole day. But actually, if you have gone the whole day and you've not been on plan, why not start in the evening? You can start in the evening if you want to. And also, by just going to the gym this evening, I've actually built momentum to start in the morning, because I feel really good right now. I've done a really good workout, gonna have a shower, had food, go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm not gonna be this energetic, but I've built momentum from the night before. I actually find it easier doing it tonight, and then I'll be in the mood tomorrow to do it. Mornings are a bit harder for me, but yeah, I've had a really good workout, and I'm just going to show you 24 hours on a plan with me trying to lose weight. I've had my shower and my clothes are all ready to go on my walk tomorrow, so I'm organised. So I feel like now I deserve to wind down and just chill on the sofa for 20 minutes and watch a bit of TV. I'm watching Netflix actually, Crossroads with Britney Spears. Such a nostalgic old school film. And yeah, I'm really cozy right now. My dressing gown, the Christmas tree's on, I've got my candles on, the Christmas lights are on. And to be fair, I'm a bit Christmas crazy. I have been wearing my Christmas top since October, and it is November right now, and yes, my Christmas tree's up. So comment below, is November too early to put your Christmas decorations up? Let me know. And whilst I'm sitting here, actually, I am reflecting. So I like to express gratitude daily, and even if it's just one thing that you're grateful for. But today I'm grateful for a lot of things, particularly this time of year when it's cold as well. It makes you realise even more how lucky you are. For example, I'm sat here, I've got a roof over my head, I've got clean water, I've got warm water, I've got heating, I've got food in the cupboard, I've got clothes. So many things in our day-to-day we just don't think about, do we? We do sometimes just take it for granted, but I'm really taking like 10 minutes to really reflect and just be thankful for what I've got, be grateful. I'm feeling blessed. There's so many people out there that are either like using food banks because they can't afford food, or they might not be able to put their heating on, or they might be homeless and they're sleeping outside in the cold and the rain. So when I was really depressed and I wasn't expressing gratitude, you always looked at other people and you always put yourself down and put your life down, and you compare yourself. And comparison is the thief of joy. You compare yourself to where you should be, what you should have. Why haven't you got this? Why haven't you got that car? Why haven't you got this big house? And, and there are people that are going to be doing better in life, but there's also people that are much worse off than you or me, and people that would do anything to be in our position. We might feel that we're not where we should be in life, we've not got what we want, but the fact that we've even got a roof over our heads, like, we should be feeling so blessed, and I'm so thankful, and I'm feeling like in a really appreciative mood right now, and I'm never taking anything for granted. Life can happen, things can change just like that. You don't know what's going to happen in your life, and I think we should just remember that. So yeah, before I go to bed, I'm just doing a bit of reflection, a bit of gratitude, and I'm going to go to sleep, and we're going to start the day tomorrow. I have got back from my walk and I've done about 5,500 steps. I've had a good chunk of them already done, and it's about 7:30. I've not eaten breakfast just yet. I'm about to do some reading, but I really didn't want to get up this morning. I was very tired and achy when my alarm went off at 5:30. I already felt the chills, like it was cold. I looked out the window, there was thick ice on the cars, and it was dark, and I already had my clothes ready to go, and I already was told myself that I was walking. I had momentum from last night, so I got straight out the door, done some steps. Now, I have read 2 chapters of this book already, The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. He is a kidney doctor, a kidney specialist, a nephrologist, and he advocates mainly in fasting and high-fat, healthy diets. There are 2 things that are relevant that I just want to, that I've read. I always highlight my stuff, and I think it'll be relevant to this video and particularly helpful. So when it comes to weight gain and obesity, he starts talking about a calorie, and it seems so obvious why we're putting on weight that we don't actually look into it so much. So you're eating so many calories, more than you burn, which is why you're putting the weight on. Now, he talks about something called the proximate versus the ultimate cause. So excess calories would be the proximate cause. Now, if you only treat the proximate cause of something, then you're not really going to get an effective solution. So for example, the approximate cause of obesity is you're eating too many calories. So the solution to the proximate cause would be to stop eating so many calories. So in basic terms, if you're eating too much food, just stop eating so much food. That is not helpful whatsoever. So he says we need to start looking at the ultimate cause. So the proximate cause is immediately responsible, but the proximate cause, but the ultimate cause is what's leading to these chain of events, or the underlying cause. So if we were look at obesity or overeating from the ultimate cause, so the ultimate cause might be I'm severely depressed, I emotionally eat, and I'm overeating because I'm depressed. So the treatment to the ultimate cause will be like, okay, well, let's treat the depression. Do I need a therapist? Maybe do I need a nutritionist? So you're treating the ultimate cause to get a more of an effective solution. So if I know depression and emotionally eating is causing me to overeat, which is causing me to get fat, then we're going to treat the ultimate cause rather than just the approximate cause. So that was that. And I'll give you another example quick in relation to a plane crash. So something a little bit different, but it gives you another example. So if there was a plane crash, the proximate cause, the plane has crashed because there is not enough lift to overcome gravity. So if you were to treat the proximate cause as a solution, you would just say generate more lift. Like that's not an effective solution, and that actually is not really helpful. So the ultimate cause of a plane crash, it might be, why did the plane crash? It could be a human error. It could be a mechanical fault. So understanding the ultimate cause of why the plane crashed would lead to a more effective solution. So yeah, almost like the underlying cause. So that is particularly helpful, I found, when you think about, why am I overeating? Why am I gaining weight? And also something just to consider is there has been an increase in obesity since the 1970s. So what Dr. Jason Fung is saying, it's not just suddenly genetics, like something has actually changed from that period of time. Like what's changed? So he starts talking about here, which I'll read out, is since the 1970s, there has been some changes. Like we are now more on low fat diets and higher carb diets. There's an increased number of eating opportunities per day. So we eat more meals out. There's much more fast food restaurants available. There seems to be a fast food restaurant everywhere you turn. We spend more time these days in cars and vehicles. There's an increased popularity of video games. There's an increased use of computer usage. There's increase in dietary sugar. And there's an increase of high fructose corn syrup and increased portion sizes. So this is just a few things I'm reflecting on this morning. I'm only on the second chapter. So yeah, this is the Obesity Code. And what I would say when it comes to diets and weight loss, you're going to get so much different advice out there, and they're going to be from professionals as well. You'll get like personal trainers, you'll get doctors, nutritionists, dietitians. They're all professional in the field of this. But who do you believe? Like you'll get one doctor saying you need to fast, go keto, cut all the carbs out, this is the way. And then you'll get someone else that's like, no, eat your carbs, you need carbs. And do you know what? You're going to get so much different conflicts in advice. There's going to be bad advice out there. There's going to be good. But I would just say do your own research and make your own decision and find out what works for you, because what works for some people isn't going to work for others. And yeah, it's so confusing. Like, who do we believe? So I would just say you're responsible for your own research and just see what works for you. But on that note, I'm going to get into breakfast. This is my first meal. I've got 3 eggs and I've got a bagel thin with 100 grams of mango. And I use 1 calorie spray for my eggs, and I use a little bit of ketchup, pepper and pink Himalayan salt. I've also got some lemon water, hot lemon water, and this is 1.5 litres of water. I add a little bit of lemon squash into it, so I will drink 2 of those in the day. But yeah, this is my first meal. I am having my lunch, pretty simple, pesto wrap with chicken breast and tomato. I have been busy working all morning, and I'm going to have some lunch. I normally have spinach with this, but I've just run out. I had my mince, rice, tomatoes and spinach for my last meal. And yeah, just busy working. I've done an extra 1,000 steps whilst I've been walking around. So I've done a couple of wash loads in between work, and I'm very fortunate working from home that I can just literally make stuff in the kitchen throughout the day. This is my next meal. It's a shake, really quick and easy. I'm still working, so I do have to be quick. And if you wonder why I've got one random red nail, I'm testing out some nail polish. But yeah, I've got all the goodness in here. It doesn't take long. When I finish work in a couple of hours, I've got 3,000 steps left to do. So I'm going to do that as soon as I finish, get it out of the way, and then I've got the rest of the evening to chill and have my last meal. So we're almost at the end of the video now. 24 hours with me losing weight. I'm on my last meal. And yeah, I hope you like this video, a bit of a day in the life of a routine of me losing weight. If you do like this type of video, either leave a like, comment below, and I can maybe make more. My next meal is the Greek yogurt, fat-free raspberries and some dark chocolate. The Greek yogurt I actually use is just this one here. And the dark chocolate that I have currently is just the Sainsbury's 70%. And I actually don't like Greek yogurt. I find it very bitter. So I actually have the My Protein white chocolate flavour drops. I put a little bit of that in the Greek yogurt, mix it in, and when you have that with the raspberries, it's a really nice combination. So yeah, this is me, 24 hours on a weight loss plan, losing weight. And feel free to subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I've done my steps, been at work all day, and I'm actually going to rest this evening. I'm going to chill. And yeah, as I said, I'm just aiming for progress, not perfection. I'm not going to be too hard on myself, and I'm just going to try and be as best as I can. Diet plans are hard. If you've seen my recent videos, oh, I fell right off track and I was really struggling. But I'm trying to get back on it, and it does give me motivation and inspiration when I make the videos on YouTube. It helps me stay accountable, and I hope a lot of you can relate to it as well, because I do try and show you the realistic day in a life when you're on a diet plan. Some days you're going to be absolutely smashing it, other days you're not, you're going to be struggling, and I like to try and show both. So yeah, this is me for today, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.